Welcome to a quick little tutorial on this lung and torso model here. We got a lot going on, so let's get right to it. So, I want to point out several things to you. Number one, right up here, let's put a little arrow on that guy right there. Of course, that is the larynx. That is the thyroid cartilage. This spot right in the middle here is the laryngeal prominence, what you used to call the Adam's apple. Now, right above the thyroid cartilage, right here, we've got the hyoid bone. Down here, beneath that thyroid cartilage, we have the thyroid gland, which of course is going to make thyroid hormone. We also see our beautiful trachea hanging out right there. There it is. We see the light blue indicating the hyaline cartilage. Tracheal cartilage, of course, prevents the cartilage from collapsing when you breathe in. All right, we see the two lungs. Check out those two lungs. We see the heart in the middle. There's the heart, of course. We see the diaphragm down below. Now, let's start with that right lung. We're going to have an apex on that right lung and a base resting down the diaphragm. And we can notice that there is going to be a superior and a middle and an inferior lobe on that lung. Contrast that with the left-hand side. The left-hand side has a superior and an inferior lobe, but that's it. Now, in between the lobes, and you can see this line right here, that is a fissure. We're going to have a horizontal fissure. That's the one that I just labeled with the arrow. And then also an oblique fissure. Two fissures because there's three lobes. On the left-hand side, because there's only two lobes, we are going to have just one oblique fissure. Now, of course, realize that the membrane that we're seeing, the membrane on the lung that I just drew on right there, is, of course, the visceral pleura. All right, one other thing we can see here is this little indentation right here. That is called the cardiac notch. Obviously, it is created in that left lung because of the position of the heart. All right, let's clear that stuff all off. There we go. And let's go on to our next slide here. What do we got here? We got a lot of good stuff going on. We can see the cut open lung here, and we can see the trachea, and we can see the trachea branching. I just put an arrow on that left main bronchus. There'll be a left and a right main bronchus. Each main bronchus is going to split and give us a lobar bronchus. Now, the left lung has two lobar bronchi because there are two lobes. Then, the lobar bronchi splits to give us segmental bronchi. And then those segmental bronchi, they're going to split even more and more and more to give us smaller and smaller bronchi. The purpose of all this splitting is to create more surface area, eventually for gas exchange. Okay, if we jump over to the right lung, we do see red blood vessels. Of course, those are pulmonary veins. We also see bluish gray blood vessels. Those are pulmonary arteries. Remember, the vessels here are switched from our normal coloration that we're used to. I'm also going to see some segmental bronchi in here as well. All right, look at the beautiful diaphragm down here. Can't resist that diaphragm. Okay, I'm getting a little excited. Sorry. Let's keep going. Let's erase all this stuff. And let's get back to our next slide. Kind of similar to the one we just looked at. Again, notice we're going to have the bluish, there we go, the bluish pulmonary arteries and the red pulmonary veins, as well as some segmental bronchi. And I can see the visceral pleura here as well. Okay, what else we got? that is in fact it. That is our super quick, almost 5 minutes exactly, review of the lung model. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.